Hello everyone. As I mentioned in my recent videos, I have a lot more CDs of best sounding albums to recommend to audiophiles. I would like to recommend 5 more CDs on this video, which is the part 4 of this series. These 5 CDs that I will share on this video are among my favorite albums. I always go back to listen to them because aside from bringing out the finest qualities of my hi-fi system, I really enjoy listening to the music on these albums. 3 of the CDs on this selection are among the best recorded live performance, and 2 of them are great acoustic renditions of some popular music. Without further ado, here are 5 more great albums for you. First on my list is When the Levy Breaks by Vanessa Fernandez. Released in 2016 by Groove Note Records, a recording company that specializes in jazz and audiophile releases. Vanessa Fernandez is a singer from Singapore and she covered Led Zeppelin classics in an unplugged acoustic arrangements on this album. This album and her earlier album titled Use Me was well received by audiophiles because the sound quality is outstanding. This album boasts of top-notch production quality, having an all-analog recording and mastered by Bernie Grundman. For those who are not familiar, Grundman is known for his mastering work on popular albums Steely Dan's Aja, Michael Jackson's Thriller, and Prince's Purple Rain. Recording engineer Michael Ross claims that this album have remarkably clean, transparent, and realistic sound. It's a very interesting album for me, hearing Vanessa sing songs from one of my favorite bands who have always had male-centric songs. Led Zeppelin's swagger in the track Black Dog turns into a sly seduction on Jessica's rendition. Jessica's singing in the new arrangement has reshaped these testosterone-fueled songs and brought it a different kind of charm. Drummer Jim Keltner and bassist Chris Chaney lay down a killer groove on Kashmir. Violinist Charlie Bisharat playing on Kashmir and Immigrant Song brings these tracks to another level. The music and the extraordinary recording on this album makes this CD a demo-worthy material. Next on this list is Paris-London Testament by Keith Jarrett. This is live solo piano by American pianist Keith Jarrett recorded at Celle Playel in Paris on November 2008 and the Royal Festival Hall in London the following week. This is a 3-CD set released by ECM label on October 2009. I can say each of the 3 CDs have its own sound and feel to it. The music is a mix of classical jazz, blues, and Americana. All the music on this album is improvised, which means Jarrett invents the music entirely from scratch during each concert. His creativity is just amazing. You can hear Keith Jarrett's humming and even moan in the background, which might be distracting for some people, but to me this just shows how expressive of a performer he is. Jarrett's ability to convey feelings on his piano playing is amazing. You can feel the intensity and the drama with his playing. If you like piano jazz, you will like this album. The sound of piano playing on this album is sharp and crystal clear. Keith Jarrett was at the top of his form on these 3 concerts. Next on this list is More Songs Without Words by Danny Infantino. This CD was released by Duns Scotus Recordings in 1995. This recording studio is based in Pinehurst, North Carolina. On this album, Danny is playing solo acoustic guitar rendition of some popular classics like Beauty and the Beast and Over the Rainbow. It says at the back of the CD case that this album is digitally recorded and mastered. And something funny to me is that it also says mastering happened at the kitchen. On Stereophile magazine's article where writer John Marks listed the tracks they used to evaluate or demonstrate stereo systems, the track Black is the Color of My True Love's Hair from this CD was on the list. Mark said, Danny Infantino's classical guitar should sound lively but not scratchy and fatiguing, with solid woody tones from the guitar's body. A poetic performance well worth seeking out. For me, just wonderful guitar playing by Danny Infantino, and the sound is just natural. The recording is so clear you can hear when his finger or his hand graces the body of his guitar. You can even hear his breathing while playing. It is very relaxing music, lovely to hear on a Sunday morning while having a coffee. There is not a lot of information on Danny Infantino or Dan Scotus recordings online. But I'm sorry to say, while researching for this video, I found out that Danny passed away on March 2019. His record credits include 13 albums of his own arrangements and compositions. After building his own recording studio in 2008, Danny focused his efforts in producing music that would go on to be featured on films and on many national television programs. He left behind a nice selection of albums, and some of them I will be trying out soon. Next on this list is Allison Krauss and Union Station Live. This is the fifth album by Allison Krauss and the Union Station and their first live album. I think most audiophiles will be familiar with this album. I have featured on my earlier video their other album titled New Favorite. All songs except for one were recorded at the Louisville Palace on April 2002, and the album was released November of the same year by Rounder Records. This album comes in a double disc package. This ensemble always produces a high standard of bluegrass music with their great singing and instrument playing, and the engineers captured the pristine quality of their live show. Engineer Gary Paxosa chose to place mic close to the instruments. There is very clean sound that the only thing that will tell you it's a live recording are the applause and some banter in between. As usual, Allison's vocals are awesome, but Dan Tyminski's singing is great as well, and I find that it's a good balance. This is such a great recording that you can hear the great instrument playing and the fine details clearly. I think a lot of people would like this album because of the songs Baby Now That I Found You and When You Say Nothing at All, which was popular about 20 years ago. This album won the Bluegrass Album in 2004 at the 46th Grammy Awards. I'm pretty sure this will be a classic album if not already is. Allison mentioned during the performance that Louisville Palace might be the prettiest place they have performed on, but I think it's not only pretty, it also has great sonics. And last but not the least is Eric Clapton Unplugged. This is a 1992 live album by Eric Clapton, recorded at Bray Studios in England in front of an audience for the MTV Unplugged television series. The CD I have is mastered by Mobile Fidelity Sound Lab or MFSL or MoFi and released in 2021. Most audiophiles are familiar with this company who specializes in faithful reproductions of original master tapes. There is some explanation on the CD's sleeve notes and on their website on how they actually do that, but I won't discuss that here. To be honest, I was at first underwhelmed by the quality of the print on the cover of the CD sleeve and find that the CD sleeve itself is basic. But I was amazed when I started playing this CD, as the quality of the sound is indeed startlingly good. I can say that because I have another CD of this album, which I bought in 2002, and I can say there's a big difference in quality. The sound on this MFSL CD is very clear, particularly the guitar sound. Even the clapping on the background is realistic. The engineering that went with the CD production, the care in recording, and the music from the album all combined to make this a great sounding disc. This album won Best Male Rock Vocal Performance and Album of the Year at the 35th Grammy Awards in 1993. The song Lila also won Best Rock Song. My favorite track, of course, is Tears in Heaven. And that's the 5 CDs of great hi-fi albums that I would recommend to audiophiles for this video. They are not only technically superb recordings, but the music is great as well. I have a lot more great audiophile albums on CDs that I will share on my next videos, so please subscribe. I hope you'll enjoy my selection and discover something new. Let me know your thoughts if you have already listened to these albums. Happy listening.